Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this press conference with Boucher. As usual, I just want to remind everyone, please, to put their requests for a question on the chat panel, and we'll take it from there. For those who can go.
Hi, Bart. Well done. I think I asked you after the West Indies series, but how are you looking in terms of the boxes that you'd like ticked before the T20 World Cup? Is there anything else that you feel needs working on?
Yeah, there are still one or two positions that we need to have a look at. We did try to give Janneman a go, seeing as that he is in such good form after one day. It didn't quite work out. We're also going to have Dwayne Pretorius back in the setup as well. So yeah, there are one or two positions that we are still looking at. Also bearing in mind what the conditions are going to be and the type of bowlers that we'll probably use in those conditions as well. Not ideal. The series, we didn't really play with that extra all-rounder or six bowling option, which I think is still very important. But yeah, we'll with one or two players coming back, I think that we'll have that covered going forward.
Bye.
Hey, good morning, Mark. So I got a real quick question. The power play that was just around six and over. So do you feel more intent early on in the innings is a better option to take, despite the batting performance being very good today?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you speak up a bit?
Okay. Do you feel more intent during the power play would have been a better start?
You're talking about today?
Right.
Yes, it would have been a better start, but we're also playing the conditions that we see here. If you have a look at the last couple of games, we're 3 wickets down. We had 38 runs. The opposition was 38 runs. The previous game was 40 odd runs, also 3 wickets down. So I think the key was to look at the opposition, look at the conditions. So we said that we wanted to be around 45. We didn't quite get there, but we also knew that we sort of laid a foundation up front for us to give a bit of an onslaught in the middle overs in the back end where we thought that we would be able to catch up. So a little bit of old school sort of style, if you want to call it that, and it really did pay off. Very happy for Temba and Riza as well to get some runs right at the end of the tour. They'll go back to South Africa with a little bit of confidence now, which is always good.
Brendan?
Mark, congratulations on the second T20 series win for you guys. Just speaking of Riza and Temba up front, obviously you guys have tried a different couple of combinations. Temba's had quite a lean run through the white ball format with runs. How happy are you that he's scored his maiden T20 50 and hopefully found some form shortly before the World Cup?
Yeah, look, it's always important. I mean, he's been putting in the hard work behind closed doors. He's a tough little character as well. So he takes it personally if he doesn't lead from the front with the bat, as he probably said in his the aftermatch sort of chat there. He's the type of guy that would like to run with a bit of form. So him getting some runs now, I think he's at the perfect time. He go to Sri Lanka after this. He'll definitely take that confidence into Sri Lanka. As I said, he's been working really hard. It was just a matter of time before he got some runs. So very happy for him. It puts us into a nice situation when your captain is doing well with the bat and he can lead with confidence now. In saying that as well, I think that he's been leading very well on the field and off the field as well. So it's just the one little thing that he really had to tick off there and get a few runs behind his name, and thankfully he did that today, which will be very nice for him.
Thanks.
Telford?
How's it, Mark? Congratulations over there. You guys have been away for a long time. I'm sure you're looking forward to coming home. Your name has been mentioned at the social justice and nation building hearings, which I'm sure you do know about by now. Are you anticipating a tough time when you come back here to deal with that issue?
Well, I fully respect the sensitivity around this. I'm not going to give a knee-jerk response. As I said in my statement, I'll go back home, assess the information that's on the table, that's available to me, and I'll reply respectfully and appropriately to all of the allegations and at the right time as well. So yeah, I need to get home and just have a look at what's been said in that, and then I'll come through with the response.
Brendan, you can go again.
Mark, on the spinners, obviously Shamsi is the number T21 bowler in the world. How happy with you with Linda and Bjorn's performances in this tour?
Yeah, George has been bowling well. I mean, unfortunately, he's been a little bit short on runs. He's playing in the side as an all-rounder, but he's been bowling well. So I wasn't surprised by his form of the ball. Bjorn coming in, he hasn't had a lot of cricket, so I'm very happy for the way that he performed as well. He's a tough little character, wants the ball. We've seen the way that he sort of conducts himself on the field, so very happy for him as well. Not only for him, but all the other guys that came in as well. I mean, it was a bit of a battle towards the end of the tour, trying to mix up giving opportunity and fresh legs and fresh energy mentally as well. So very happy for the guys that did get a run in at the end of the tour. They came through with flying colours, especially, as I said, after not playing a lot of cricket.
Thank you.
Is there anyone who'd like to go for the last question? Going once, going twice. Thanks very much, everybody, for joining us for Mark Boucher's press conference. Please stand by for Temba Bavuma. He'll be coming through in the next 10 or 15 seconds. We'll start with Brendan, Fidos, and then Abai.
Hey, Temba, congratulations on your second series win. Mentally for you, you've been a bit lean on the runs. What does it mean to you to not only score your first T20 half century, but the manner in which you went about your innings, as well as the partnership with Reza up front?
Thanks, Brendan. I think from a batting point of view, our approach was slightly different this game. We felt that we really wanted to lay a foundation up front. I think in terms of the conditions, we haven't approached it well in that first 6 overs. I feel like we've tried to be too aggressive, and as a result, we've lost wickets. So today was really to lay the foundation. Unfortunately, Reza and I were able to do that. I guess the tough part on me personally, like you said, I've been lean on runs. So being able to still, stay true to the game plan, put aside my own personal ambitions, my own anxieties, and really try execute for the team.
Hi, Temba. Temba, you guys tried a lot of different opening combinations across the white ball series in West Indies and here. Which one do you think is working the best? And, how do you see this going forward, considering you've got 5 openers in the squad?
Yeah, I think all the guys, who've been given opportunities opening, have at some point put their hand up. So I guess from a team selection point of view, it does create a bit of a headache in terms of who are the guys who would come in as replacement as openers. I think, the preference from the coach's point of view would be myself and Quinton. And then I guess the conversation would have as to who would come in at 3. Number 4, 5, and 6 is generally quite solidified, if I could say. But I think it's a nice headache to have for the selectors in terms of who could come in at number 3 and as a replacement opener.
Abai and then Telford.
First of all, congrats, Temba. I remember, I think last series you batted at number 3, and then you started to open in the more recent games. So was there like a change in approach? If you were to compare your game like at number 3 versus opening, what's different?
Yeah, I'm struggling to hear you, but I'll try to answer what I heard. I think from my side, I've always, in my T20 career, I've always batted at number 3, and I've always enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed kind of controlling the innings from that position. In saying that, the coach understands my relationship and synergy that I have with Quinny. So, he always encourages that, and hopefully that can get us to a good start. So from my side, to be honest, I'm not too phased whether I open the batting, whether I come at number 3. I think my mind will be to execute whatever the team needs at that point in time.
Telford and then Zahir.
How's the Temba? Well done over there. I'm sure you're looking forward to getting home. Today's performance was probably one of the most emphatic since you guys have been away, you know, West Indies and here, in terms of dominating the game. And I know people have said, oh my goodness, they're not playing very convincing cricket, but you've been winning. And I wonder, you know, is it a lot of value surely to be taken out of maybe not dominating games but winning? There's a lot there, isn't there?
Definitely. I think, you know, winning becomes a habit. I think there's a lot of confidence that we can take from that. You know, we've been a side that has been on the losing end of things. You know, our confidence has been battered a bit. So I mean, we've been trying to work on that confidence, instilling that belief within the guys, and winning. There's no other way. There's no other better way to get the confidence and belief in through winning. You know, I think it's a good sign for us as a team that we're not playing our best cricket, we're still managing to win. You know, I think that can show us that there's still a lot that we can give as a team. So I think, yeah, our efforts here in Ireland, you know, we won't downplay it. We understand the magnitude of it, and the number of steps that we've taken forward in our game as a team.
Zahir, we're going to close with you.
Hi, Temba. Well done today. Just in regards to, you got 3 games ahead of the World Cup. How close are you to finalizing that 11, or basically that 13 going forward? And then also in terms of percentages, where would you say your team is right now in terms of preparation, on a percentage value? How close are you in terms of your preparation?
Thanks, Zahir. Yeah, I think the two series against West Indies and Ireland have given us a clearer understanding of who are the guys that we'd like to take forward, but more importantly, the roles that we'd like them to play. So I think, you know, we're probably about 70-80% clear, I would say. We still have to go to Sri Lanka in spinner-friendly conditions. So, you know, we want to see the guys who can really dominate in those conditions. From a team point of view, like I said, I think we definitely not a finished product. We definitely have areas that we need to iron out, more particularly within our batting. So I think if I were to give us a rating, again, I would say we're about a 75-80%.
Thanks, Temba. Travel safely, mate. Cheers, mate.